Hi everyone, my name is Nanhee Kim, and this is the first recording of Dear Suga. So, just to give you some context, it's an idea that I've had for quite some time, and I decided at the beginning of the year that I'm going to make this happen. With any New Year's resolution, when you first start out, you're just so motivated. You go out, you get things. I started creating a plan on how to start a podcast. And I looked into microphones, I looked into the camera, what equipments do I need? And then I started going on YouTube, researching, looking for ideas, and that took me down a rabbit hole of research, which took time and days, weeks, and months, and I have yet to create any content. So, this is me pressing the reset button and starting. I put a lot of thought into Dear Suga, and it holds a lot of my hopes for where this podcast could go and become and eventually evolve into. The two words have a significant meaning for me. And Dear is an homage to a section of the newspaper that I used to enjoy reading when I was young. It's a American advice column called Dear Abby. People would write in for advice on an array of different topics. When someone is in this space where they know one culture and everyone around them only know one idea, it's hard to think outside the box. And so for me growing up, reading Dear Abby broadened my perspective about things. I am someone Korean. My mom is someone, my dad is Korean. I was born and raised in the islands. My mom is one of the biggest role models that I have, and she really instilled the Fasamua or the Samoan culture in me. You'll learn, I talk about my experience and the things I know, my values. A big part of it revolves around my identity as a Samoan woman. Initially, I wanted to be Dear Tane, but someone had already created a podcast called Dear Tane. And so I kept telling my friend, oh, I don't know what to talk about now. This is the idea I initially wanted. And she goes, well, how about Sunga? And I go, Sunga? It's just so informal. Second, someone's going to say sugar or suga. Like, they're never going to get this right. I realized that Sunga was more befitting because when I think back, and this is my interpretation, and maybe someone can correct me. Usually, when I think of Tane, it's someone young. You never hear someone refer to an older woman as Tane. It's either Olefafine or Olamakua. But Sunga is very different. You can use Sunga from someone who's very young to someone who you're close to, and you can say Sunga. So it's equivalent to me as sis or girl. Like you say, Sunga ngay falungon milang kupul ba girl, did you hear what happened last week? So that's one context of using it. Or Sunga, alafait me ay lumakua. It's more of like, girl, go make the food for the old lady. So it's to me an endearing term, and it encompasses this idea of sisterhood. There's a bond to help one another. And that's the goal of where I'd like to see Dear Sunga evolve into. Over time, I'm looking to interview or have dialogue with women that are currently making an impact in society who've gone through their own experience. It's a platform to voice, share, and impart some wisdom or advice to someone who's aspiring or be an inspiration to someone who's not sure of what path to take. So let's just talk story. I am excited for the journey and I appreciate you for taking the time to learn about Dear Suga and what the podcast entails. I hope you find it informative and inspiring. And if you want to participate more, please like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment. And if you know another Tsunga who would enjoy the content, please feel free to share. Until then, with much love